Welcome back to Nick Lenz Comic Corner, Classic Legend Non-Classics. This is episode number 3059, Doubleshot number 2953. I have two books by two really good writers. This book is the most recent book that he released, this one here, and it's quite interesting. It actually is set during his run. First we have is Symbiote Spider-Man 2099, which is a 5-issue miniseries written by Peter David. Despite his poor health, they managed to put out a really good miniseries. Yep. And this actually is the only one of the Symbiote Spider-Man books that's not done by Greg Land at all. Nope, he does not do this one. This one is done by Rudge Antino. Now, probably the main reason why, because it's not Peter Parker Spider-Man, it's Miguel O'Hara. And if I do a little research, apparently when this takes place, this is set just after. It takes place between issues 44 and 45 of the first volume of Spider-Man 29. Yes, which means 90s Spider-Man. So the whole thing is basically reuniting the classic 29 characters. Like, basically in this book here, here's what happens. So, we have kids taking this car out for a joyride, and then they're attacked by Venom 2099. Yes, who's actually Tyrone Stone, Tyler Stone's son, and Miguel's half-brother. Well, actually, no, it's a different guy. So, because I think he got in prison because he gets released. Yeah, because he's not Symbiote hosting. And then, of course, basically, then he looked like he got to get out. And apparently Miguel basically is in control of Alchemax. And apparently also Tiberius, Tyler wants basically his company back. You're like, nope. And of course, basically, Lyra proceeds to change her look for some reason. Yes, you know, his AI. Yeah, for some reason I don't think this is. I don't know if this is Peter idea or it could be his artist. Yeah, they redesigned his AI for some reason. Oh yeah, he's got a brand new suit where it's a little more symbiotic than before. And then of course Karen is confronted by the frickin' Punisher. Well, there's a reason why that he's here. Because Karen murdered his wife and his mom in his debut issue. Yep. He's basically representing out here. Now, Peter David didn't write that. Was a completely different writer here. And then the Venom Symbiote shows up. Punisher shoots it. And then Venom proceeds to murder him. Yes, Venom 2099 murders Punisher 2099. Of course, Miguel is asked about it later on. And he finds out, oh crap, Punisher's dead. He's not the only death here. Oh no. It's like Peter David basically is going on a killing spree in this book. Mainly because they're not featured in the last two issues of this book when it was originally published in the 90s. So he figured, though, kill off characters not featured in the last two issues, and this book here just fills a little gap there. So, oh yeah, and they redesigned Tyler Stone, where it looks like this now. Yes. Yeah, and then of course basically Venom shows up. Presumably Caroline might be hosting again, and then of course you have Spider-Man 2.0. Yep. And by the way, this is not the one Steve Lamb writing in those various miniseries came before this. Nope, this is the one from the 90s. I have read this actually is him. Yes. So then Miguel throws basically Tyler out the window. Well, actually, his Venom was the window. Yeah. And throughout this book, basically, they're dealing with it. And of course, Venom is, of course, Miguel is just why he controls the company. So, then Gabriel shows up again. Yep. And then we have Strange 29, which, yes, the basically Sorcerer Supreme 29 is a beautiful woman. Yep, she's here. And in case you're curious, is she based out of the Singing Santorum? She is. Yep. I don't know. I think, real quick, I think she is a creation of Peter David. She's from the 29 book. And then we see, I think this is supposed to be Vulture 2099. Yes. He makes an appearance here. And then, of course, Strange gets visited by Doom 2099. If you're curious, like, wait a minute. Where is she at with all these chairs? So, apparently this is supposed to be the Oval Office. Okay, there is an explanation for this. There was a crossover, the second one they had, where Dr. Doom took over the entire country and made himself the president. Although the story is called One World Under Doom. You're thinking, that name sounds familiar. Isn't that upcoming crossover from Marvel Comics? It is. Except that crossover has nothing to do with 90s one. Nope. So yeah, Venom, of course, basically saying he doesn't. I don't think he dies here. I think he does. And of course, they get off the wrong foot, but they get makeup. So dude shows up here, and of course, oh yeah, he does know Miguel is in fact Spider-Man 2099. So then Gabriel dies. Yeah, Venom kills him too. And then with the last issue, yeah, apparently was expected to kill him, and of course then he fights him, of course. Now here's the thing. I think Miguel does know that Karen's actually his half-brother. I believe so. Yeah, then of course, the symbiote is removed from him. Leaves, and of course, Karen falls off the building, dying. And then the symbiote is destroyed thanks to the sonic scream. And presumably, basically, like, the symbiote's gone. But not really. Then he apparently is possessed by him at the end book. This could be a potential sequel. I could see that, yes. This book is fantastic. Peter David made a job with this book. I give this book roughly a 10 out of 10. The book was amazing. Yeah, it's like, you read this book, you're like, wait, Strange, Dr. Doom? Yeah, you had to reading the 29 book. This is basically, you could say this is Peter David, with probably what he probably wanted to do in the 90s if he not left the book. Now, the reason why he left the book, the story I've heard, that I've read online, is the fact that the editor was running that line got fired from Marvel, so all the writers quit their books. And this book got canceled. 2 issues lasted 2 issues. The book got canceled. All right, next up, basically, we have another book by me. We have Huntress, Crossbow at the Crossroads, written by Paul Lebitz, art by Marcus 2. And this artwork in this book is fantastic. Yes, Marcus 2 does an amazing job drawing. Now you're probably thinking, okay, this is the Huntress. Yes. Is Helena Martinelli? No. It is not. It was implied when the book came out was Helena, but it was later retconned when she appeared in the next book, which was World's Finest. This actually is not Helena. This is Helen Wayne. Yes, so here she's here picked as Italian. It's like she's written to be like the pre-Flashpoint version of the character, where she is taking out slavers and basically going to Italy to deal with various stuff here, fighting off basically crooked officials. Oh yeah, she speaks Italian because, well, she kind of learned it. Yeah, and Marcus too. Like, here's some good artwork by her. How he draws basically Helena. Like, basically draws very muscular, very beautiful. Yeah, this book has got gorgeous artwork. It's a shame too because Marcus 2 doesn't get a lot of work on DC nowadays, but man, this artwork is so good. Like, here's Helena basically jumping out, coming through a window. It's like, in case you're curious, though, did Marcus 2 write the Draw the World's Finest book? No, because that was done by George Perez. Yeah, and of course, he was on a school bus. Basically, the whole book is in Italy, not in the United States, nowhere in Gotham. It's all Italy, and the whole book is her fighting gangsters. Here's another really good piece by Marcus 2. Yeah. Eventually, of course, she has to free some people who were kidnapped. Fights basically some guy with a turban. Yeah, and fights some evil dictator. He got his crossbow, and of course, he nearly strangles her. But luckily enough, basically, he's able to, not defeat him by poking him in the neck and to kick him. Yep. Yeah. And eventually, of course, she has pasta, because of course she's Italian. Yep. And then the book ends, basically, with her taking down the evil dictator. Yeah, they did take on the gangsters in this book. After she's flown back to, I think, the U.S. And then she runs into Power Girl, which this leads into the World's Finest book. This book is amazing. Like I said, the best thing about this book is the artwork. Paul did a pretty decent job with this book. Now, fun fact about Paul Levitz. He did technically create the character, and this is his way of bringing it to post-Flashpoint continuity. Excuse me. So, in this book, it's like this was meant to be Helena Martinelli, and then we get the World's Finest. No. This actually was not Helena, this was Helena Wayne, not Martinelli. Not sure why the retcon they did that for. Yeah, they retconned in the World's Finest book, this was actually, well, Helena Wayne. And basically, after this miniseries wrapped up, you're probably thinking, was she wear Birds of Prey in this continuity? Nope, never was. Never was. She has this miniseries, and then she's featured in all 21 issues of basically the first 20, I believe it's the first 23 issues of World's Finest, before she leaves to go off Earth 2. The last few issues basically flashback to Batman Superman when they're younger. They Crossbow Batman Superman, also featured Earth 2, Earth 2 World's End, Convergence, and then finally she was retired in Earth 2 Society. Yeah, she was an active character for 5 years. Oh, and here's the thing about this book. This book, I believe, was the second or third volume of this comic. I believe it was the second. No, actually, it's the third volume. Yeah, third volume for the series. Oh, it's different one. Okay. So, yeah, this was the third volume for the series, and it's the last one to be published. Those would be curious, though. The first volume. Did Paul Levitz work on the Helena Martinelli Huntress? No, that was Joe Caviali. Did he create the original Huntress? Like, did he work on the debut issue of the original character? Yes, he did. With Joe stated in the artwork. Yeah, and this is the most recent thing that she's done. Now, one of our reviews aside from this book that features her, Batman Says Huntress Cry for Blood. There was also a second international special, which I think I have reviewed. Yes, I have. I still got a little while to go when it comes to Huntress. Yep. Still got 2 more volumes for her. Yep. But yeah, amazing book. For the first one's gonna be interesting when I get a chance to do it. Oh yeah, definitely. There's also Huntress Year 1, which, yeah, this is actually done by Ivory Madison. So let's look at other Huntress books left to go. So there's Batman Huntress and spoiler. Like, was this collected? Yeah, it was a Cataclysm thing. So the only thing I have, okay, there's also Nightwing Huntress. Yep, I have discussed that one. Robin 3, Cry of the Huntress. So I have discussed a few of these books, not all of them. So just Cry for Blood, a Huntress and Spoil one shot, Nightwing Says Huntress miniseries, Robin 3, and that's it. So, what's left for the character? Well, the first 2 volumes of Huntress, Huntress Year 1, and that's it. Yes, I covered most of her feature from Wonder Woman. Yes, up until about 295. Yes, I should probably basically put that on there for a spot there. Yeah, so, but yeah, amazing miniseries. Yep, go Naples. Yeah. And this was another book I picked up from a local bookstore. They just happened to have this. I didn't have to pay for it because I actually had store credits I used to pay for this thing. So, there's that. Great find for me. Yep. I didn't expect to find this one. Nope. I remember reading it years ago, but it's been a long time since I read it. But, yeah. 1 volume down, 2 more to go with Huntress. Yep. But she's a great character. It's a shame she's not featured anymore. And those of you curious, though, is she been featured, like, since this, like the book presenter, like I said, the book presenter is Helena Bertinelli, but it's not Helena Bertinelli. Nope, it's Helena Wayne of Earth 2. Now, did they officially retire the character? Yes. Yes, they did. Yeah, her last known appearance was in the final issue of Earth 2 Society. Yeah, that was the most recent appearance of the character. Oh, she was featured in all 32 issues of that book. Yeah, I think that was, I'm looking at it here, I think that was maybe her most recent appearance. Oh no, she was featured in Infinite Frontier. Yeah, she was featured in Infinite Frontier #1. I'm like, how the heck was she featured in this book? I don't know. My guess is a quick cameo. It's probably the most recent thing they've done with the character. Probably just a costume cameo, but you could kind of say that the final issue of Earth 2 Society was probably her last appearance. That was back in 2017. Yeah, so she was active for 7 years, which, gotta give her praise for that. But it's sad, though, the fact that basically that the character didn't do very much. Yeah, it's like she was featured. Oh, by the way, in case you're curious, though, did any book give her, like, a boyfriend? No. They never did. It's like, when it comes to that side of Huntress, it's like she's featured, some, like, basically, well, Science gave her some development, but a lot of times she's just basically just a guest star in other books. And in case you're curious, though, was she featured in all the issues of Earth 2 Society? Most of them, yes. She did skip a couple issues. She was 9 issue 10 and issue 17. She skipped that issues. She was featured in all the issues of World's Finest. Yes. All the issues of Earth 2 World's End. The Earth 2 book, however, she was not featured very much at all. No. Heck, for some reason, she was even featured a couple issues of Suicide Squad. You're thinking, wait, why is she part of the Suicide Squad? Cameo. Yeah, and even a couple issues of Secret Origins. The only reason why she's featured there because of the, well, stuff with Power Girl. But there's not really much to say about this book. Oop. But yeah, that's basically a particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit that dislike button. Well, next step is going to be case closed, okay? Bye.